Okay, so as you are hopefully aware, one of the requirements of this course is that you do participate in psychological experiments. So I won't go into any more information about experiments in particular, but I am going to show you exactly how to get onto SONA, sign in, and to select an experiment. So again, there are 15 research credits that must be completed by December 6th, 2013. This is not unique to the hybrid course. This is a departmental requirement. It's 30 minutes per credit, so that ends up being 7.5 hours. It's very, very easy to do if you just spread it out over the semester. So we use what's called SONA to organize our research and have people sign up. We post studies that are going on this way. You will view it, you'll select one, you'll sign up, so on and so forth. Your login and your password are unique to the SONA system. These are not necessarily going to be the same as your career account. So that username and password you use to log in for Blackboard is not necessarily the same thing you'll use to sign into SONA. You'll get an email that tells you exactly how to sign into SONA. It's going to have a link in there. It's going to tell you what your username and what your password is. That either has already been sent or it will be sent in the very near future. If you don't receive an email by September 1st, you need to contact this address right here, psychstudies@purdue.edu, if you need them to resend your email. Please don't contact your recitation instructor or the course coordinator. None of us have any access to any of this SONA stuff, unfortunately. That is handled by someone else in the department. So again, if you don't get your login information by September 1st, or if something happens to the email and you need them to resend it, go ahead and send an email to psychstudies@purdue.edu and let them know that you need to have that reset. When you click on the link that's included in the email, it'll tell you exactly how to get to SONA. What you want to do is sign in. So you'll enter your username and your password right here and click login. Again, if you have any questions about any of this, the person to contact, psychstudies@purdue.edu. This down here, this down there is the link to SONA. That's going to be in the email. So you don't need to write this down. You don't need to remember that. That will be given to you. So again, username, password, login. There is a pre-screen. You can get 2 credits for completing the pre-screen, but it is first come, first serve. The pre-screen can fill up. Only a certain number of people can be taking it at a time. If you would like to participate in the pre-screen, it's just a series of questions that you will answer about yourself. You can start that, and basically what this does is that some studies require a certain type of person, maybe a certain age, maybe a certain gender, maybe a certain ethnicity, maybe a certain level of extroversion. Whatever it is, if you take the pre-screen, it opens you up to more studies. You may be invited to participate in certain studies. It does not count against you if you don't take the pre-screen. If you try to take the pre-screen and it's telling you that it's busy, try again later. Again, only a few people can take it at a time, but keep trying. If you don't have this option, the pre-screen is closed, and unfortunately you just can't do it at that point. But again, 2 credits you can knock out just by taking the pre-screen. And this is just some more information that I've just gone over. Again, it's only available during the first weeks of the semester. The next thing you do is you want to sign up for some studies, and just by clicking this sign up for studies link, you're going to get a list of potential studies. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a second. But again, 1 credit is half an hour, 2 credits is an hour. These are carried out in labs or in classrooms, on campus or online. You can only complete 8 credits of online studies. The pre-screen does not count towards that allotment. So you can complete 8 credits of online studies. The rest have to be done in person. So you'll see a list when you click on Choose Some Studies. You're going to see a list of studies that are running. This is an old list, so what you see will look different from this. You can click on them, get more information, find out about the study. You can then look at the time slots that are available, sign up for one, and then you go to it. There are some eligibility restrictions from time to time. For example, maybe you need to speak English or perhaps another language. Some of them are only available for one gender or another, or for example, in this one, you need normal or corrected to normal vision. So just pay attention to these eligibility requirements when you're signing up for these studies. But in general, just look for something that sounds interesting to you. Maybe take note of how many credits it is. Some of these studies can be worth 3 or 4 credits. It is extremely important that you show up on time for your studies, literally not even a minute late. A lot of these studies run on very, very tight and very precise schedules. So even if you are 1 or 2 minutes late, you may miss that window for the study. Having said that, if you ever do need to miss a study, once you sign up, it's not written in stone, you can cancel. But please sign into SONA and cancel before the study begins. Usually there's about a 60-minute window where after that window you can't cancel. But if you sign up for a study a week ahead of time and the day before the study you realize you're not going to be able to make it, your schedule's crazy, what have you, you can go ahead and cancel for that day. Just so everyone knows, here is a campus map. You are here in Hicks, and we have the Purdue Union right here. This is class of 50. This is where the psych building is. It's over here by Elliott. You have the bell tower. This is where a lot of the studies are run. If you are showing up for a study, there is psych and there is another building, Pierce, and these two buildings are connected, and they're all connected to class of 50. This is where you're going to go for most of the studies, just so everyone is aware of that. Again, if you do miss a study, you'll receive an unexcused no-show. If something weird happens, if it's a legitimate excuse and you can prove that, you may get an excused absence. But if you just don't show up, it's an unexcused. If you get 3 unexcused no-shows, you are removed from the SONA system and you're not allowed to complete any sort of research. You'll have to do alternate projects. Now, these alternate projects are open to anyone. They are writing essays. So 1 essay is 2 credits. You can relate, basically you're relating current news material to research studies described in your text or in lectures. They're about 1 to 3 pages. There's a lot more detailed information for all of that right here at this site, psych.purdue.edu, just basically this link right here. And that will be available to you on Blackboard. So there will be more information, a PDF on Blackboard under course documents and information that describes the alternate projects in much more detail. So what you're going to want to do is wait for that email to come about SONA. Go ahead and sign into SONA, complete the pre-screen, get in there. Remember, the pre-screen's only available for the first couple of weeks. Sign up for studies, and please, please, please do not wait until the end of the semester to complete your research credits. Things tend to fill up toward the end of the semester. It's much more difficult. If you have any questions about anything related to psych studies, you're going to want to contact psychstudies@purdue.edu. I hate that we have to give you guys another email address and someone else to talk to that you don't interact with every day, but we just don't. We as your instructors don't have access to this information. We don't have access to SONA the way that the experiment coordinator does. So psychstudies@purdue.edu. Any questions related to research, we can do our best to try to help you out if you do have a more general question, but by and large, you're going to want to get in touch with psychstudies@purdue.edu. Thanks.